Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Christmas. I'm in my tent and that's my view. It's been raining pretty much all day, all night, and I can't really do anything about the quality right now. When it gets dark, my phone just goes into crap mode. I was feeling pretty good this month overall, compared to last year. Christmas last year was just kind of miserable, a lot of memories. This year, I was able to maintain a correspondence with Lucky Larry out there. He's a buddy of mine that we connected through the channel, and he's just kind of helped keeping me sane, so I appreciate him. So this time of year, again, I'm just feeling a little better, feeling a little bit more energy, not really focused on the sad as much. But in all other ways, I've just been kind of going into incognito mode with regards to people, and just been unavailable because it's a hard time of year to be homeless, and I did have a few extra bucks, and I sometimes random acts of kindness go a long way. I took one of the some money from the donations that I received, and I got a gift bag, and I bought a couple of beers, and I got a neck buff type thing, a magic 8-ball, and some hand warmers, and I just my homeless neighbor over there, Isaac, I just dropped it off at his. He wasn't there, so I just dropped it off, and hopefully that makes his Christmas not suck as much. Maybe sometimes just those little things that you can do for people, they really help. I've noticed that in my life, and I've had several of you send me money, and I am so thankful. It's just those random acts of kindness that just go such a long way. It's unexpected, and but it's nice, and if I can pay that forward a little bit, it's definitely something I want to do. I don't know, this is kind of like my homeless journal update. I'd like to talk about a few things, just things that are on my mind. Mental health. I'm, normally when I describe myself, like, I have to talk about, so in addition to, there's one side on a scale of 1 to 10, my emotional well-being, am I happy or sad? Then there's the other side, which is on a scale of 1 to 10, how much the depression, the brain chemical imbalance is affecting me on a scale of 1 to 10. But there's also another speedometer, whatever, or another gauge, and that's for my energy, because I may have, my energy isn't tied to the serotonin in my brain, nor is it tied to, my emotional output, whatever. So I don't know. It's just some stuff I think about. In some ways, I've been kind of feeling like crap from the depression and low energy, but for the most part, been pretty upbeat overall. I have been eating crappy foods, which, what are you gonna do, right? The thing is I rely on dopamine or endorphins, from eating bad foods, crackers and chocolate and stuff like that, just to make me feel better. And the thing is the only bad thing about it is I don't really notice a change from that until over time. It's like I'm a snowball rolling down a hill, and as I'm eating bad, crappy foods and stuff, it's just more and more snow piling onto this snowball, with the inevitable crash at the bottom, right? And so I know that's, like, I'll eat good foods for a while and take the B1 vitamins and stuff, and all that is good. But then, like, I just, I don't even realize, I don't recognize it as a thing that I'm doing, where I'll just start eating in place of doing other things, and I start gaining weight and start sleeping more, and the depression comes on and all that. But in the end, there ends up being a crashing point where I just don't have any energy. I don't have any, everything's my whole tomometer, right? Let's call it a tomometer, right? So I've got one gauge that's the energy level, the next gauge, which is the dopamine level, or the serotonin in my brain level, and the other one is my emotional well-being, right? And so that's a tomometer, and usually one of those things is up and the rest of them are down. But as there are times when all of those ometers basically are down, and at that point I really need to focus on just eating right and getting exercise, and filling my mind and my spirit with good vibes and good things, and not focusing on bad things. But anyway, it's about priorities, right? But I don't know, I was talking to Larry the other day, last week, and we were talking, it comes up every now and again about how people treat the homeless. It's like we talk shop, and that's pretty cool. But like, the thing is if you tell somebody you're homeless, automatically you're a piece of crap, right? Automatically. But if you tell somebody, something else, like you're just, there's just like this prejudice, right, against homeless. Like for instance, when I was walking across the country, when I was walking across America, I was homeless, right? I was homeless when Larry was in the bush in Alaska, living off the land as a survivalist. He was homeless, but when you're doing, and everybody's like, oh, that's so cool, you're walking across America, that's so cool. But I was homeless then, and so I'm homeless now, but there's this idea that I'm going to crap on somebody's sidewalk just out in the middle of nowhere, that suddenly I'm going to lose all, hey, you got a penny, you got a copper, whatever, I don't know, you got something, you got money, I'm just going to throw trash all over the place. And the thing is it's just weird how, and it's okay to be have discrimination against homeless. Like, we don't permit that in any form in our society, against race, ethnicity, sex, gender, whatever. We don't permit that. But if you're homeless, we can all agree that you're a piece of crap, and like sometimes I get these comments on my channel that are just so outlandish. It's like, I remember one dude was like, well, you're homeless, but you got a YouTube channel and you got a phone. And I was like, I'm in America, dude. Of course I have a phone. I got a prepaid, or at the time I had a prepaid phone which ran out of minutes, and then it ended up with an Obama phone, and it has video capability, and but even so, it's like, I think it's about priorities with the homeless. Like, some people, like people that are tweakers, people that are alcoholics, if they're homeless and they get a few bucks, they're going to spend it to make themselves feel better, getting alcohol, getting drugs, whatever. Me, as long as I have cigarettes, I'm pretty much fine. But like, I've already shared with you guys, like, my build to monthly. But if I get everything on my list, all of my build to kind of supplies, right? And I have a little bit extra money, then I'll invest in things like a tripod, or I'll go on Amazon, and or sometimes people send me, like, I got a this is the headlamp that Larry sent me, like, but I'll take my money, and yes, I don't have much money, in fact very little, but I'll take that money and invest in gear. So what about the person that's that has a house and has like a storage locker or something like that with some gear, and then they become homeless. I don't know. There's just this expectation for some people out there that it's like a beggar in one of those old situations, like a castle or something, a feudal lord or whatever, and he's got, the poor, the super poor, begging for scraps from the king's table or whatever. That is not the kind of homeless we have in our country. Everybody has something. Even our trash, even the trash in America, is probably a higher grade of quality, maybe than like a third world country. So, yes, homeless people nowadays, yes, they have phones. Yes, they have, they can make calls and things like that. They just don't have a home, right? And so I just think it's funny that there's all this expectation, like when I started the Patreon last week, somebody commented, "You want a membership? You want to collect money for being homeless? You lazy bum," right? Like stuff like that just blows me away. But if I had a channel, like maybe a barbecue channel, right, that I did different stuff on the barbecue, or I made like little miniatures or whatever. Choose your poison for whatever kind of, it's okay to do that and do a Patreon for that, but it's not okay if you're homeless and trying to get out of being homeless and trying to survive and do that. So I don't know, man. It just sometimes, like I understand that there are trolls out there that just post stuff to just get a reaction. That there are people out there that are super negative, and it doesn't really get me down all the time. Sometimes I'm feeling down. My tomometer is just really low all across the board. Then I read one of these comments and I let it get to me. For the most part, if I get one of those kind of comments, I hide it, hide the user from the channel, block it, delete it, whatever. Like Larry says to me all the time, he's like, don't let their comments take up real estate in your head. You know what I mean? He's always telling me, just don't let that stuff get to you. Don't, just delete it, block it right away. Don't even think about replying to it. If it starts off negative and you reply to that negativity, they're going to come back even more super negative. So, just don't let it take up space in your head, But yeah, like I was talking about, there are different kinds of, we were talking about different kinds of homeless. Like I said, he was in the Alaskan bush as a survivalist, and when he was doing that, he was a survivalist, a bushman, right? And that's okay, and people would see that and they'd be like, "Oh, that's so cool." But now or recently he was homeless, and it was like, "Oh, now you that's no longer cool. That's just sad and despicable," right? I think it's about how we title ourselves, and like I don't look at myself as homeless anymore. I see myself as an SHTF beta tester, right? Shit hits the fan, beta tester. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing all that legwork for you guys, so that when the end times come, when the get out of Dodge shit hits the fan situation comes, you'll know by my tried and tested living that life. You'll be able to work through that. Anyway, it's raining. Everything's closed today. I don't plan on doing anything whatsoever today. Just going to stay inside my tent. I loaded up on water and some bread and some snacks and stuff. And I'm just going to, my goal is to get through the day. And then tomorrow I can breathe again. That's what I feel like the holidays are like. I feel like I'm taking a deep breath and I'm holding my breath. And the entire time that the entire holiday season, I feel like I'm just holding my breath, and I feel like this pressure in me, and until it's over, once it's over, then I can release that breath, and I can breathe a little bit easier, and I can just, I don't know, I don't have to feel like I'm less, you know. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say. I want to say thank you to all of my supporters out there, people that have sent me cash, people that have joined the Patreon. It has meant the world to me, and it's helped me. Actually got on Amazon and ordered a winter coat. All the other stuff I've had has been hoodies, so I was able to order a winter coat that is got a like a Gore-Tex shell on it type thing. And like it was too big for me to send to an Amazon locker, so I had to send it general delivery. And so I'm going to pick that up, well, like in a week and a half or something. But I really need it, and so I thank you so much for, helping me out. And thanks for watching, my channel. It's you guys that have made me, made this channel be as successful as it has been up to this point. So I appreciate it. Happy Christmas. By the way, why do we as Americans say Merry Christmas? I don't get that. I mean, I understand that Merry, like, ho, 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 Merry Christmas, right? Like, that's a thing. But, like, I think in Britain they say Happy Christmas. Like, but we don't say Merry Easter or Merry Thanksgiving. I don't get it. Anyway, Happy Christmas. I'll probably be able to get this up in the next couple of days. But, I'm pretty much, it's like everything's very quiet out there, and I don't want to draw attention to myself by going out there and kind of walking around and stuff. But I hope your road is a good one, and if you're homeless, I hope it doesn't suck for you. Take care. Bye-bye.